Thank you so much for being here. If you just got here, I'm Afia, the founder of Don't Pop That Spot, and I mean, today just means so much to me. It's a lot. We're not even going to get into that right now. What we are going to do is introduce our panelists for this next section, starting with Isabella Matthews. Here she is. You can sit on this one. Isabella joins us. She started her acne journey in primary school. So, you know, a little bit of a different perspective for quite a young age. I'm really excited to get into more about yourself. Next up, we have Alexis Economou. You may have seen her on a little TV show, Married at First Sight. Her mum and sister are here, and I actually wanted to talk a lot about Married at First Sight, but that's probably for another day. We'll stick to acne, which developed in adulthood. So again, we've got all the different perspectives going on. We've also got Megan coming onto our panel from the Inkey list. The Inkey list have really kindly sponsored today's event, so a massive thank you to you guys. Megan is also going to be doing skin consultations for everybody. Everyone also has a bag full of a whole new skincare routine. So, you know, we're treating you. Cool. So, I mean, we'll start with Isabella. Your acne developed in primary school at an age where I don't even think people started talking about spots at that age. Like, that seems younger than most. Tell me what it was like going through that at that age.
100%. So for me, my acne is very hormonal related. So along with that came periods and everything at a very young age for me. Like I was like, 8, 9, 10, all that ages. So I think for me, a lot of the mentality with people around me was, don't worry, it's happening now. You grow out of it by the time you were like 14, 13. I'd have done it all by the time everyone else is starting to get worried about spots. But then for me, mine just did not stop. So it was like, it's been a really long time. I'm 25 now. I still get acne. I've got a lot of scarring. But as we were saying earlier, that was such a beautiful conversation of just, it's once you start to accept your skin as it is. For me, it started to clear up significantly. I've now got a lot more of control on my acne. And I'm kind of getting used to the scarring as well, which is really lovely. But yeah, it's really tough work getting acne at 9.
Honestly. And did a lot of other people, were they aware of acne at that age? Were you even aware? Like, what was the first sort of procedure in terms of like recognizing that this is a skin condition and then like looking about trying to sort of help it?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's one of the things that's really underestimated with acne is how painful it is, you know? So straight away you're waking up, you've got bloody pillowcases and all of those things that no one really talks about having with acne, you know? It's a really tough thing to deal with. I think I was very, very lucky. My parents were straight on the ball, trying to help me, you know, trying to encourage me. It's all right, you're still fine, but it's, you know, it's very difficult. If you've got a kid and you're not expecting this for a few years, what can you do really in that situation? So I went straight to the doctors, really. I've tried every single medication you can name it, like Roaccutane, tetracycline, Epiduo, like all of them. I gave it a go. And actually I just got to the point really during COVID where I was like, you know, I actually need a break from this medication. Can't be good for my body. I've been going on this since I was like 10. So I stopped, and actually I've been able to look after my skin through Inkey and all these other bits that are going on, which has been really lovely. Yeah.
Amazing. And Alexis, your story is a little bit different. Yeah. You started to get acne, is it about 2-3 years ago?
My late 20s.
Late 20s. Yeah. So again, that's a completely different ballgame. You probably thought, I've skipped the part. Exactly. Yeah. You thought you were good. What was it like getting acne at that age? And also given your career, because you model as well.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I would say, so basically I got diagnosed with endometriosis in my late 20s. And that doesn't help your hormones. It makes them very imbalanced. And from that, the doctor's advice for the symptom pain was to go on contraception. So depot, pill. Of course, they tell you the side effects of things, but they don't really tell you how your skin is going to change and how it's going to affect your gut health. And it changed drastically for me. I never experienced acne or spots in my adolescent years. So yeah, it affected me quite a lot in my late 20s. I was about 25, 26 when I got diagnosed, and I got put on basically hormones. And yeah, I'm 31 now. So it's been a long, long journey.
Did it impact your modeling career at all?
Yeah, it definitely impacted my modeling career. I feel like when you're in this industry, although brands like to portray that it's an inclusive environment, when you get on set, especially with like makeup artists that are not trained to work with people that have acne, and don't really know much about coverage and shades, it makes you feel like you're the problem on that set. Yeah. So you leave questioning yourself, and then you don't get a lot of jobs that you probably would have casted for before that you would have got. And when you ask for feedback, I don't think they're ever honest about why they're not taking you for the job, but you know deep down it's because your skin is not to their perfection.
And Megan, Isabella's already mentioned the Inkey list. And when we shot this photo shoot, Alexis also had so much amazing things to tell you about the Inkey list. And for those that don't know about the Inkey list, how do you guys make everything so right for people with acne? What's that sort of fundamental thing that you try and ensure that's in your products?
Tonight, it's a lot.
Sorry, on we go.
Thank you. So at Inkey, we have kind of one mantra, and that is to keep things as simple as we can. So when you have acne, there's a lot of brands out there that have lots of different colourful packagings, and they have lots of different things that they like to tell you are good for your skin. And at Inkey, we like to keep things simple. So for us, we have everything from our products to our marketing to our website is aimed to help you with your skin journey, and even down to what you should use on your skin to how you should use it. So I don't know, has anybody here used the Inkey list before? Do you want to raise your hand if you have? Oh my gosh, love it. Yeah. Perfect. So something about Inkey, I don't know if you already know this, but on our packaging and inside our packaging, we have so much information about the product. So if you buy a product from the Inkey list and you don't know how to use it in your routine, on the package, you actually have what step you should use this product in your routine. So we have cleanse, hydrate, treat, moisturize, and SPF. So let's say you buy one of our treat products and you don't know where to use it. You can just look on the package and it will tell you, not just on the card package though, on the actual product. So you can really ensure you're using it in the right way. And then also if you open up the packaging, which I should have done before, I should have been doing it one-handed, but actually in the packaging as well, you've got more information on the product. Then if you're still confused about the product or how to use it or where to use it, you can just log online and speak to our Ask Inkey team who can help you 24/7. So that's really the main approach we have. It's to keep it simple, but then also for acne prone skin, we're just there to help because skin routines are so personal to you, especially acne. Like everyone experiences different types of acne. Personally, I've experienced hormonal acne. So I'm like you, but I experienced it late. I got it when I was like 23. Luckily, through some treatments, I was able to help clear it up slightly and I didn't get as severe scarring as I could have got. But it's really personal. So having a service there that's going to help you with what cleanser to use, what treatment to use, what moisturizer is best for you. Should I use SPF? Always yes. That's what we think is the most important thing. Just not overcrowding everyone with so much information, just keeping it really simple.
Yeah. And when people think of Inkey list, the first thing I would say is how affordable it is as well. Yeah. You literally are just right at the perfect price point personally.
Yeah.
How do you guys ensure that that price point is accessible to everybody, but also that the product is of good quality?
Yeah, so for us, it's really important that everybody has access to good skincare, not just good skincare, but like high quality ingredients. So we don't put as much money into our packaging as a lot of other brands do. You know, we don't come up with creative names for our products. We really say what's on the tin and making sure all the heavy investment goes into the ingredients and how we formulate our products and making sure that it's got the perfect kind of concoction. Our co-founder, Mark, he's a scientist. So he really spends a lot of time making sure the products are perfect for people's skin. And not just that, but you can log online to Inkey and make a routine for under £35. Like it really isn't going to break the bank. And even if you don't have £35 to spend, let's say you want a routine for £15 or £20, you can log on, speak to our Ask Inkey team and say, I have £25 to spend on a skincare routine. Please, can you build me the perfect routine that's going to make the perfect results for me? And you can really build that online. And it might not be a step 1 to 5, but you might get three key products that are going to work for you.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Untouched.
Cool. So we've spoken a lot about products and some people mentioned treatments as well. What would you say has made the most significant impact to your skin? Because obviously there's a lot of us have experienced a part where it was incredibly severe. It felt like nothing is going to work. No pill, no product, no cream. I could go on. I'm sure you guys know. So what do you think has made the biggest impact?
I'd say for me, actually going back to what we were saying earlier, a lot of it's self-compassion of actually, I think for me, I've definitely noticed my biggest triggers of my skin are my hormones and stress. So whatever I can kind of do to get rid of that stress is so beneficial. And also, I think, as we were saying earlier, when you've got acne, you will try everything under the sun. You will try toothpaste, you'll try alcohol. Yeah. Don't do that, but you will. And actually, it was stripping that routine right back, keeping it really minimal and being consistent, not expecting results overnight and just sticking with stuff, I'd say for me. Yeah. So one thing that I loved when I came the other day to do the exhibition pictures is I feel like everyone a part of these pictures is exactly the journey of my skin and where it has been from now. So I started my skincare journey when I was 28. So it's been a long, 3-4 years, let's say that. And I tried every medical product, hydrofacials, chemical peels, the list goes on, vitamin boosters, skin boosters, but nothing has worked like the PRP treatments. PRP is absolutely amazing because it's using all your own blood and your own white blood cells that turns into plasma, and they inject it right back into your skin because my acne was so bad, it was eating at my skin surface. So online they're called ice pick holes, but I like to call them my potholes. So yeah, basically my practitioner, she re-injects the white plasma back into my potholes, and ultimately it just helps grow new skin, which gives you better skin texture. It makes me less oily. And thankfully, I've come off all my medication. I've come off all my hormones, all the contraception. And I was like, do you know what? I'd rather be in endo pain than deal with what was going on in my gut. And I feel like it's all been a factor, coming off the hormones, coming off the contraception, and then investing back into these medical treatments. I've seen like crazy results. Today when I walked in here and I saw them pictures, I was like, wow, like massive change. And all these beautiful girls here, that's literally been every part of my journey. And now on the other side of it, and it feels rewarding. It feels so rewarding. So just invest in yourself. But remember, not every treatment, what will work for one person may not work for the other. So do your own research, find out why you have the acne. It might be gut health, it might be food, allergies, etc., hormones. But yeah, once you do your research and you get the click on what it is, stick it, invest in yourself.
Ethan, take it this way. Thank you. And Isabella, you are a campaigner for Changing Faces UK. Can you tell me a little bit more about that and how they perhaps could support people with acne?
So Changing Faces are this incredible charity in the UK where everything is focused around visible differences. So acne is actually a visible difference, which I didn't realise. So it's really any skin condition, something that makes you physically look a little bit different than someone who has this idea of perfection. And what Changing Faces are an organisation full of resources to help you whatever stage you're at. So, you know, there's people who, for example, have gone through a cancer in their eye, maybe they've lost an eye. There's also people like I was, 9 years old, come out of acne, and my parents didn't know what to do. You can also go to Changing Faces, and they have got a skin camouflage service that will help you to learn more about your skin, to help you cover it up if that's what you choose to, or to find other treatments. They've got resources on there that are for schools. They've got resources for adults. It's just incredible, everything they offer. So yeah, definitely, if you are someone struggling with their mental health as well, they're the place to go, Changing Faces.
Nice. I never knew about them. So I think everyone should have a look into that. You briefly mentioned this whole thing about perfection, and you both openly talk about your acne journeys, spotty little thing, and you've shown your treatments and, the journey. And I mean, you're on TV, acne, there's all these things. Where did you guys find the confidence to step onto social media, which is a place where people slap on filters, people, it's a warped reality of life, and you guys have decided to purposely be the sort of anomaly. How have you found that, and what led you to that?
I think for me, the turning point was going on Married at First Sight. I had really prone acne at the time when I went on the show, and watching myself back, I think I was like, wow, okay, I can see all the imperfections. And I was getting trolled a lot online, especially on Twitter, for my skin. And I just felt like no one really understood. So I was like, well, I've got a platform where I'm sure there's someone out there that's going to relate to me. So why not just show the real? And I think when you're in the industry that I'm in, which is being a model, everything is about perfection. Even in your final edits of the shoots, everything's retouched, everything's smoothed over. And I think you just get to a point, especially someone like me, I like raw, real and honest kind of ways of life. And obviously it's a bit hard when you're in the game that I'm in, but I feel like people like me can change certain things within the industry. So yeah, I just done it. I just started the skincare journey because it was after maths that I started investing in myself and getting down to the problems and starting the treatment. And I was like, if I can help one other person not feel alone, that's really important to me, and nothing else really matters. The negative comments, no matter what you do in life, you're going to get people that like it and people that don't like it. You're going to get people that get it and people that don't get it. So just do you, stay in your lane, stay focused. And yeah, I think the positives speak for themselves ultimately over the negatives anyway.
It's amazing.
For me, mine's kind of different actually. I think during COVID, I think a lot of us weren't wearing so much makeup. You know, we were spending a lot more time indoors. I did a lot of reflection in that time. And I think I realized I'd had acne for almost 15 years. And I knew on my hands, I count everyone on my hands who has seen me without any makeup on in my entire life. Like even sitting around my family, I'd have layers of powder on, like, you know, there's like, I don't know what they are, like Revlon, what your nan would use on a little powder on her face. That's what I would use just every single day. And I just think, I can't keep living like this, you know. It was almost felt like the end of the world at that time as well. And I just posted a picture on Instagram, and I realized that I was not the only one feeling like that. You know, I found the most amazing community online, you know, for things like this. It's just, I think so much throughout a skincare journey and acne journey, you feel so totally alone. You think you're so disgusting and gross that no one could ever look at you. But then I think when you go online, you find out that, you know, 1 in 5 people have got acne. 80% of women go through acne. It's not something you're alone about, but there is such a shame, there's such a stigma around it that I was like, what are we doing? We're all like ashamed and hiding all the time, and it's ridiculous. So I started posting, met other friends, did, you know, amazing things. My whole life changed because I stopped being ashamed of my skin. Yeah. And I think that, yeah, I'm so passionate about fighting against this idea of perfection because, as you say, models get retouched. We never see real skin ever. So the more that you can show real skin, the better. Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed that sort of change in, you know, people are sort of starting to turn the leaf when it comes to accepting skin and, you know, being more confident in who they are. And the rise of spot stickers, I don't know if, I feel like I almost once a week at least, I'll see someone with a spot sticker and I'll smile at them like, but even the courage to sort of draw attention to it, but also just actively be treating your skin at the same time is just so refreshing to see. And Inkey have launched some spot stickers, which I'm obsessed with, and you've all got some in your bag, so be using them. Talk about the spot sticker. I mean, it's quite a saturated market because everyone's jumping on them. But why did Inkey decide to go down that route?
So we literally 2 weeks ago, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, 2 weeks ago launched our acne patches. So I guess the first key thing to call out here is that a lot of patches, it is encouraged to wear them overnight. It takes a while for them to sit on your skin and pull out the kind of, we call it the gunk that's in your whitehead. Our patches work in just 4 hours. So clinically tested to work in 4 hours. So let's say you have an event in the evening, you can pop one on in the morning and your spot would be heavily reduced and or flat, as some people like to say, by that evening if you're going out or anything like that. So it's kind of the fastest patch on the market, actually. We can use that term because a lot of patches out there do take a lot longer, whereas ours is the fastest. Also, something you'll find with these patches, when you put them on, you'll probably lose them on your face because they are so invisible. It's happened a lot of times where, you know, we're doing it for shoots or for content, and it's like, where did I put that patch again? And you can't find it because they are so invisible. With that, you can also use them under makeup. So they sit really nicely. We're actually formulated not just to sit well under makeup, but also on different skin tones. So sit really nice under makeup. You can put makeup over the top and you literally cannot see it, which is, really, really nice. And with that, the ingredients in them are so, so great. And I know I do work for the Inkey list, so I probably just sound like a saleswoman right now, but genuinely they are so good. The ingredients in them are so high quality, and a few different ingredients actually. Like a lot of pimple patches do have this ingredient, which we have in ours called hydrocolloid, which is the ingredient that kind of draws the gunk out of your spot or pimple. It's really good at kind of like drawing it out. And, you know, when you see those peel reveals videos on TikTok, the really kind of aesthetic ones, it has that ingredient in. But then it also has a really fun new ingredient called ecatoin in. I don't know, has anyone heard of ecatoin? No. So ecatoin is like a really, really hydrating ingredient, and something about acne that a lot of people don't know. People who have had acne know this, but well, not everyone, but a lot of people don't know that the more hydrated you keep the pimple or the spot, the better it's going to recover. So you don't want to just dry it out with like toothpaste. We were saying earlier, a lot of people use toothpaste, and it's actually the worst thing you can do because it dries your skin out so much, and it's going to make it way more pigmented, and it's going to take ages to clear. Whereas the more hydrated you can keep a spot when you're trying to clear it, the quicker it's going to go and the less hyperpigmentation you're going to see. So ecatoin is really good at hydrating the pimple, and then hydrocolloid is what kind of pulls the gunk out. Now, ecatoin is one to remember because we have a really exciting few products coming out next year, and we're trying out some really fun new ingredients. So it's one just to kind of keep your eye on, because it's not really around in the market at the minute. So yeah, our pimple patches, just try them for yourselves. They're so fast and they are just so invisible. They're amazing.
Great.
Yeah, it's all good.
Thank you. And before we open up the floor to questions, I think a big part of acne that maybe people don't necessarily think about, or if you don't have acne, you don't recognize it as much, is the effect on your mental health. Gotta talk about it. When at the point at which your acne was affecting you most, how did you overcome it? And what was the sort of turning point that made you be able to today, you know, be on a panel like this?
That's such a good question. I would say that for me, I think I just got to a point of feeling sick and tired of hiding. I think, you know, for me, certainly on my acne as it is most severe, there was not an area on my skin that didn't have a lump on it or a bump or a scar, you know. So I think I just thought, I just cannot keep living like this. You know, I've known this life since I was 9. I'm in my 20s now. I can't keep going like this forever. So that was a big turning point for me. I think as well, it was seeing a lot of people online, like, you know, Lou Northcott has the hashtag free the pimple. Like, I found that really inspiring. And there's a photographer like Kay does, and there's another photographer called Peter DeVito, and he celebrates acne. And I think I started seeing more people that had acne, and I think it's just normal, you know, and the more you can normalize it, the better you can feel about it. But certainly, you know, acne massively had an impact on my well-being. I would feel very ashamed of going out, covering up, you know, thick, heavy layers of foundation. I'd use like these clearer cell pads and try and like scrape my skin off almost, just because I was just trying to get rid of it. And, you know, you're thinking logically that's a bump, I can get under it, and it's, oh, no, you can't. So yeah, that was really how it's affected me. I'd say I struggled with depression for a very long time, way before the acne anyway. So when I done Married at First Sight and then I was getting trolled, I'm always trying to look at the positives for the negatives, but I think there's only so much negative that you can take before it kind of breaks you. And I think it wasn't even about what people were saying, it's about how I felt when I watched myself back. And I'm a perfectionist in life about majority of things. And I feel like I was looking at things that I probably never saw when I looked in the mirror, because you're on a massive TV screen. And yeah, I just thought, you know what, only you can change this and how you feel. I'd never done like skincare prior. I never knew much about products. Like, my sister's a skincare freak, and she'll always be like, try this, try that. And I'm always like, oh no, we ain't got the same skin. You got perfect skin. Do you know what I mean? So I think it was really up to me to do my research, educate myself, find out what my triggers were. And and like kind of balance it out with the mental health. But I do feel like mental health it's a big part of my self-care. So I do a lot of things in life that I know, because now I know my triggers. So there's a lot of things that I feel like if you put it all together and you sit down and you really analyze what triggers your mental health, little things, big things, whatever it may be, then you are always going to be in control of it. And it's easy for me to sit here and say that for someone that obviously feels like there's no way out sometimes. And trust me, I've been there. I've definitely been there. But remember, you're strong, man. You've got this. You can get through it. Even on the days that feel like your worst days, I promise you, in the better days to come, 110%. So just keep that faith in yourself. And I think it's important as well to not want validation from other people. Self-love is so important. And that's one positive thing that came out of Married at First Sight for me. I don't think I loved myself enough before the show. And being rejected was perfect. It worked out in my favor. 2 men didn't want me, but it's all right because I found all of those right back to myself. So yeah, self-love.
That was amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better panel. Thank you guys for being so open and honest, because again, it's not easy to share about something so personal to you. So I appreciate that. And thank you everyone for making the effort to be here. We're opening up now for exhibition viewings, skin consultations. We've also got a make your own bouquet station, because it's all about self-love. So pick some flowers. We'll have a little moment as our DJ sets up shortly, but this is the part I've been waiting for, bit of music. So yeah, thank you again for coming. Take loads of pictures, show people real skin, and thank you.